So, hey everyone, my name is Chris Printz, and this is Mackenzie Frank. We are two wedding vendors in the Cincinnati area, Cincinnati tri-state area,
Northern
I guess you could call it that.
Kentucky,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not from Cincinnati, but I don't know so the tri-state area, and I do mostly weddings, like pretty much 100% of my
I
income
would
is
agree with that for you.
weddings. So, what we want to do is we're starting this podcast slash YouTube channel to, I guess, sort of educate other professionals in our industry, primarily photographers, which is what Mackenzie does, and videography, which is what I do. So we just wanted to kick this off. I guess we're a little nervous. Are you nervous?
Well, yeah, because we've never done this before.
Yeah,
We're used to having equipment in our hand and, going from there.
we just set up all the cameras. We have multiple cameras, and we'll cut to them right
so
now.
many.
And I guess we're a little nervous, but we have, the mic set up, everything. We're in my basement right now, but I imagine this will look better as we do more episodes and more episodes. But right now we're okay with this. So basically I want to start off. Mackenzie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, man, I have been photographing probably since early high school. Didn't turn it into a business until after I graduated college in 2015. If you know me, you know I shoot a little bit of everything. Definitely the weddings are my biggie, and that's how I met Chris. But obviously with that comes proposals, engagement sessions, and all that good stuff. But I also shoot for smaller businesses and a lot of real estate as well. So that's what I do.
What's your business name?
Oh, my business name. You see, guys? MKF Photo. Just my initials, MKF Photo. That's what people know me by. And it just kind of stuck. So that's me.
My name is Chris Printz. My business name just changed. It used to be Chris Printz Productions. I just changed it to Chasing Mozart Wedding Films. And I've been doing weddings for probably 6 or so years. And my wife and I moved to Cincinnati in 2017. I guess I just realized slowly, I can make a living doing weddings here. And I remember I was like nervous to tell my parents because they were like, what are you doing for a job down in Cincinnati? And I was like,
wouldn't you like to
I was
know?
just like, I'm working on it. And I was doing weddings and I had no intention of getting a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I was doing weddings and it just took off. I remember as soon as I moved here, I think I charged like $1,600 for a wedding film. I charge like $37.50 now.
Yeah.
Which is, awesome. It means I have to do less weddings. So it really took off. And I do like 35 weddings a year, which
that's insane.
Probably too much. My goal is to do like 20 weddings a year.
Yeah, I would like to be around that number too.
Yeah, like 15 or 20 was like my sweet spot, I think. And yeah, so that's basically what we do. And hopefully other episodes will be able to get more in depth. So my goal with this podcast is basically, I guess, I don't know if it's our goal, but like what I was thinking was, yeah, we bring in some guests at some point, whether they're other photographers, videographers. We want to talk all things educational for the industry.
So, yeah, I think another reason we wanted to start this is connecting with other people that we wouldn't normally have a chance to talk with, but people who get it and do the same things that we do. And honestly, it's important to vent and talk about the challenges that we have. So I have a lot of people ask me photo questions. So I started kind of marketing mentor sessions as a way to connect with people, kind of teach them what I know, because that was honestly the best way for me to learn about photo and weddings is I had a mentor, and honestly, I hate to say this, but it has been more valuable than school. I went to NKU for photo, which, yes, I enjoyed my time there and I learned some things and I met really cool people, but honestly, one-on-one sessions, going out there, doing it, making mistakes, learning from those, teaching others, like that has been a huge way for me to like sharpen my skills. But yeah, it's just been a cool way to meet with people, show them how to do things, get pictures of them, have them practice with me, and bring on second shooters, which I'm looking for. But yeah, sorry, Chris.
Yeah, I would say that's a huge plus is talking to other people that do the same thing you do, because when on a wedding day, I'm alone. I'm the videographer,
Mm-hmm.
and you're the photographer. So it's nice to, because we don't ever get to hang out with other photographers and videographers on the wedding day. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
it's nice to. I mean, we're in a couple Facebook groups, or at least I am with some videographers, but like, I rarely. I don't know if I've met like one or two of them out of hundreds of them,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. So again, that's another reason why we want to do this is we'll bring more people on. I want to start like a community.
Yeah.
I want a little bit more, I guess, camaraderie
Yeah.
in terms of
Definitely,
everything.
the whole community over competition. Yes, it's competitive, but it's just nice to know like people have your back, you can trust them and get along because we're all in this together. We're all doing the same thing, trying to create these awesome memories for our couples. And yeah, just knowing like it's a nice playing field, like I refer people to other photographers. I'm not just like, no, I'm not available. Sorry, cut it there. Like I'll send a list of people that I trust that I think will do a good job for my couples, and they do the same thing. Chris, I'm sure.
Definitely. So I did a mentorship a couple months ago, and I met with the couple. It was like it was like 5 hours at or 4 hours at a coffee
Okay.
shop. And now they do, it's a husband and wife team, and the wife did photography, and now the husband is doing videography. I basically taught him, and she kind of listened to make sure that
Okay.
he was like paying attention.
Yeah.
And now they do photo and video. Like,
That's awesome. Look at you.
yeah. Well, I mean, sure. I mean, I guess I don't want to pat myself on the back. What I'm saying is like, it was a cool feeling that like they came to me. I gave them as much info as I could in a short
Yeah.
amount of time. And they text me sometimes and they're like, hey, what about this? What kind of gear
Mhm.
should I buy? Or what do I use this for? So like, that's good. And they refer me, I refer them. And that's great too. But what I mean is like, the end result to all of this is we can all, as vendors in the industry, we can all raise our prices a little bit more. Like the more people
Which
that,
we know we all want that.
yeah, the
so.
more people that are good, like we can all raise our prices a little bit. We want to get like a tight knit community, and to do that, we need your help. And we definitely want to, like I said, educate. Obviously, we're not the best, on earth, or maybe
we
even
know
in the
some stuff.
yeah, like we people have come to us about information regarding videography and photography. So like we're not saying we're the best. We have plenty to learn. I learn stuff every day,
Yep.
and it's just nice to we want to get this platform to teach others what we know
Mhm.
without being like like arrogant, being like I know
Yeah,
everything.
that's the
'Cause
last thing we want to
don't.
come off as.
We definitely don't.
Because a lot of this, like, yes, I had mentors. I know you're like self-taught all the way. That's a big thing is like we did the work and we practiced and shot and did everything. So that's how we're here today. Because if I was just a noob, I would not be starting a podcast right now.
Right.
But we have experience, a lot of years between us. I feel like a lot of photographers and videographers just do it because that's what they do, but I want to do it until I love it, and then when I don't, I want to drop out, because if you don't love what you're doing, it's going to start to show, and that's just not okay, especially with the day that people are putting all this time and money and energy into. They want to remember it to the best of its ability, and if you're not giving your full self, and that's not even just photo or video, like we are service to them. Like we get them water, we do this, we're fixing dresses, we're untangling necklaces, like everything. We're full service people, and I think that's why, again, we're so good at what we do. I hate to say that because it sounds like really but we've just done it long enough. We know it's not just about the photo and video, it's more than that, but obviously that is a huge part.
Yeah, and the reason, again, one last time, why we want to do this, I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time. I listen
Yeah,
to like
you have.
I think I subscribe to like 45 podcasts, which is pretty crazy. I just listen to them like all the time.
You introduced me to, like, I've heard of podcasts before, but I never really listened to them. So you kind of opened my eyes up to it. And, like, there's some valuable information in that. And just listening, especially, like, we spend all this time editing, just to have some good information flowing in your ear, that's super beneficial.
I came to Mackenzie with this idea. I can talk all day about weddings, whether
Chris is a
whether I'm
talker.
complaining.
For those of you who don't know him.
Yeah, whether I'm complaining or saying good things, but like
Mhm.
I could talk all day either way. Because when I talk to bride and groom sometimes on the phone, I like when the phone call is over, I'm like, wow, we talked for like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm like, that's crazy. And I try to give them as much info as possible, and we just that's just how it goes. And when people ask me like what I do for a living, I notice that I can just never shut up about it. So I realized, well, that's probably a good thing to start a podcast with, like for the topic, something that I just will talk and talk and talk about. And I have a lot of info about, and it's a lot of info that I pick up really not even like on purpose. Like people come to me to make their timeline for their wedding day now, and I didn't just learn it one day. It's just doing so many weddings, I kind of realized, oh, well, this will probably work and this probably won't.
You know how much time you need for things. Buffer's always good, especially like getting ready. That falls behind a lot. And then unfortunately, we have to pick up the slack for that, which, you know, it's hard because we want to not rush the couple and take time and, you know, put quality into this. But when hair and makeup's running 45 minutes behind, luckily we've learned to hustle and still get what we need to get. But
I would say that pretty much concludes the first episode. So thank you for listening this far. If you're listening to us now, we have a lot of things coming. Obviously with the virus and stuff, like things are kind of starting to pick back up. Hopefully they stay that way. We have no idea what the future brings though. And we are going to keep doing this.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Like we're just going to hopefully build something. I guess that's the end goal. Like we're not trying to make money with this. We're trying to build something. We're trying to educate people, and we're trying to get better, I guess, overall as wedding professionals, and trying to get everyone else better too.
And real quick, if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about or any questions at all about anything, shoot us a email, DM. I'm mkf.photo on Instagram.
And I'm at Chasing Mozart on Instagram.
Yeah.
And chasingmozart.com, whatever. You can, if you Google us, you can find us pretty easy. So, but we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.